bold to advocate for people that don't even know they need to be advocated for. It's a service industry. It is bold to go out there and say, you know what, I'm gonna put myself aside. And I think it's very bold to think outside of just money, 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 and to actually care and to actually want to put in that effort to inspire other people to be in a space with you. For me, I've always wanted to be a farmer and I've always wanted to be a scientist. So I did both. For me, farming has just always been in my heart. It's always been something I wanted to do. Growing up in a bona fide food desert in Detroit, we did not have access to fresh produce. Like, it was literally everything wrapped in plastic and cellophane.
That's the reason why we got into farming. One, we wanted to have control over what we eat and what we put in our bodies. And we wanted to have a healthier way of life.
It's a soft place in my heart, and I think that everybody should have access to that. Your demographic, your location, your zip code, your school district, none of those things should dictate what foods you put into your body, and that doesn't mean that you get lower quality foods just because that's the space you're in.
Having access to the produce and then being able to afford the produce is huge, right? Sell to customers at half price. So if something costs $3, they only have to pay $1.50. So this is also an incentive for the farmers to get into SNAP and EBT, and that's one of the reasons why we got into SNAP and EBT. So those people who are on a fixed income, they don't have to use all their funds. Two, they get the same nutrient-dense produce that everybody else does that have. And this right here is probably one of the best models to kind of put forth into the community, where everyone has the same amount of access to the same veggies at reasonable cost. Having the grant allowed us to put a lot of things and systems in place where we're like, okay, I know that the school is going to pay this much now because we put something in place for that. We know that we can get this much from the market on a consistent basis because we have this much produce coming into that market in this space. And we know how much we're going to sell on a weekly basis just directly to customers and so on and so forth. It used to take us literally like months on end to get the ground ready to grow. Now though, we can do all of that in like 3 days. Like, have from beginning to end, I mean literally clearing a space we have never tilled before, right? Clearing that space and getting it ready to be in a space of planting.
We have that hunger for achievement, but we also have that environmental aspect that we're conscious of. We also have the child development and the next generation development. Like, it's just multifaceted for us. Farming can be like any other business, and there's no reason why, if you have good core values, you couldn't spread that out.
The inequities in our food systems compound other injustices already experienced by Black, Indigenous, and people of color communities. The American Heart Association's Bernard J. Tyson Impact Fund addresses food insecurity holistically by investing in organizations, social entrepreneurs, and farmers that are working to increase access to fresh, healthy foods.